2023. It was one of the worst years of my life. At the start of 2023, I decided to prioritize my health. I had been struggling with my mental health for a few years, and I had reached a point where it was affecting my life greatly. I found myself distanced from friends and family. My home became more and more behind in upkeep. I felt that I was burdening my partner and my family, and even my friends, with my existence and inability to do things. I lost my passion for some of my favorite activities, and the drive to do much outside of just lying in bed, just feeling overwhelmed, was gone. It was like the joy was slowly draining out of my life, leaving me struggling to find purpose and meaning. I didn't recognize myself, and that was one of the hardest parts about all of it. I felt that in some ways I deserved the loneliness that I was feeling. At a certain point, I felt like I was losing control of my own mind. It's a really terrifying feeling, and I realized how easily people could slip into desperation just to escape that mental turmoil. Shortly into the year, I was diagnosed with ADHD. This was something I had had suspicions about for years, but this was beyond relieving to know I was validated in the chaos of my brain. I thought the hard part was over, but that was just the beginning of my medical journey throughout the year, and what is still very much ongoing, and probably will be for the rest of my life. Convincing others to take my diagnosis seriously became a battle in and of itself. I saw multiple doctors and was passed from office to office and asked time and time again to recount any and all of my traumas, my past, anything in my present. It was just reliving just this anxious feeling over and over and over again. I wasn't surprised when I received additional diagnoses of anxiety and depression and insomnia. Finding the right balance of medications is still proving to be a complex challenge. I struggle with these things still, and deep down I know medicine is a journey, but I can't help but still feel disappointed that there isn't just like a quick fix to the lack of joy that had come to settle into my bones. I try to be really open about my mental health and discuss my experiences so others can prepare as they need to. I wasn't prepared for the way my body felt trying different doses of medicine. I wasn't prepared to be turned away just as much as I was. I was not prepared to keep reliving things that I did not want to talk about. From the fear of thinking I was dying the first time I slept through the night, because I had never slept through the night before in a way that was like just a deep sleep. That was terrifying to me. To the sinking disappointment of feeling something wasn't working well. To the panic when I couldn't remember if I took my medicine or not, or what was going to cancel out my medicine, or had I even remembered to take it any time before this. And also, if I go 2 days without something, I go into basically withdrawal. And so much sweating. All of my medicine has sweating as a side effect, and grinding my teeth. I don't even know if I'm gonna have teeth left before I even reach like 35 at this point. During this time, I spent a lot of time thinking about the what-ifs in life, and they revolved around death often. I may have driven my partner a little mad with questions along the lines of, who will get our animals when we die? And if I die, would you keep all of our pets? And what happens when our parents start to die? That's when the panicking really begins, because that's one of my biggest fears, and I think the worst thing about that is that I will very likely have to live that fear. What if I don't know I'm dying? You get the idea. Dying, it's just like permeated my brain throughout the year. It didn't help. There were other things that have not helped with this. Just as I felt my journey with my mental health was starting to improve, even just a little, I received quite the shock. Upon my oath to care for my health more, my mom had made a suggestion I see a dermatologist about my psoriasis. After a bit of stalling due to a previous bad experience, I booked the appointment. I went to have my psoriasis looked at, which I will say has been much better. I'm on medicine, but I left with the diagnosis of skin cancer. Melanoma was growing on my back. Cue more death questions. Here is when the anxiety gets worse again. I did have a successful operation, but it did make me really ill, and the anxiety lingers about what would have happened if I hadn't have gone. I know that I went and is taken care of, but now I'm high risk and will continue to be high risk. And the fact that I am covered in moles. The aftermath of it all has left me not only physically, but also emotionally really drained. It's been a lot. And as you can tell, I haven't been in a good space to create anything that I've really wanted to create. I've really missed being online, but I'm just drained so many days. Days that I come home and I feel like I'm gonna get things done and this is gonna get done, is that I am still just exhausted all the time. I'm burnt out and feel like I'm still burning at both ends most days. And I'm trying really hard just to care for myself right now. And sometimes that means that I do nothing but stare at a screen all day, because that's what's the only thing that's keeping my brain from melting. And some days it means I just lay in bed, and I'm trying to be really kind to myself about those things. We live in a society that says if you're not doing something, if you're not being productive every minute of your day, you are not worthy. And I'm trying really hard to tell myself it doesn't matter if I lay in bed all day, every day. I am still worthy. 2023. It was one of the best years of my life. And I know it doesn't make any sense for me to say that. I need to acknowledge the moments of light amidst the darkness here. Despite the struggles, there were really incredible moments that deserve recognition. I discovered the beauty of forming new connections and stumbled into creating a wonderful community. The strength that I found in shared experiences and understanding was a beacon of hope during the year. I really don't think I could have asked for a better support system of people who were loving and honest and open with me, and who were willing to listen to me and validate me instead of letting me spiral. I had the privilege of meeting lifetime friends in person, bridging the gap between virtual and real-life connections. The warmth of those moments provided some much-needed solace and support during this time. I'm so grateful for the new bonds I created and others that have strengthened over time. They reminded me time and time again that I was worthy of their time and their love. I was not used to such open love from friends, and it has been truly life-changing. And then there were the adventures. Traveling the world is one of my favorite things about being alive. I was creating memories that will last a lifetime. And they're also really great memories to revisit. Just simple memories that I can think about and think, I was there, I did that. We experienced seeing coral reefs in Mexico and waking to beautiful sunrises. In a somewhat spontaneous choice, we decided to spend 2 weeks traveling Europe, plus London. We arrived at the airport as our plane across seas was boarding, in case you needed any more confirmation that I am a serial procrastinator. I think I could have drank wine below the Eiffel Tower with friends or eaten pizza on a Switzerland mountaintop for the rest of my life and just been absolutely thrilled with those. I am a sucker for staring at pretty things. Those experiences seem to stretch beyond time. They were moments that I just wanted to pocket and feel over and over and over again. We got to check Salem in October off of our bucket list, and we visited St. Louis to stand under the iconic arch in a journey to visit national parks. These moments served as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, life is a tapestry of both challenges and triumphs. I really want to emphasize the importance of recognizing and cherishing these positive moments. Life is complex. It's an unpredictable journey. Amidst the struggles, there's always room for growth, connection, and joy. And you are deserving of those things. I am deserving of those things. Thank you for allowing me to open up and share this chapter in my life. If you're facing challenges, remember that there is strength in vulnerability and seeking support. Let's continue to navigate this journey together and celebrate the resilience that resides within each of us. Thank you, 2023, for being the absolutely most shit show year of my life in some of the worst and best ways possible. Because I really do feel like I am just ready to continue taking on the world. And I'm okay with experiencing bad days because I know the good ones are coming.